Hello and welcome. I'm Jamie Dodd with the American Islamic Montessori Association, or AMA, as it's affectionately referenced by our team here in St. Louis. If you happen to have tuned into our first media clip, welcome back. If you're tuning in with us for the first time, I'd like to thank you for being here. Your interest in our content suggests that you may be among the narrow and influential collection of parents, educators, and school administrators that represents an important subset of the greater Montessori world. This subset is generally comprised of Muslim Americans acutely interested in education who recognize and appreciate the synchronicity between Montessori philosophy and Islamic values. If this describes you, then you are our target market. AMA was developed with you in mind. Our purpose is to serve and support your efforts in the classroom, in the school, and at home. In our last media clip, I shared a general overview of the organization and described what it is we're about, which is the reintroduction of values-based education to American schools. An audacious goal, no doubt, but not impossible. I also discussed why the work of AMA is so important, so necessary, and so vital in today's world. I do admit it was a cursory overview. We only skimmed the surface, but it was a start, and a start is all we need to get things rolling. We'll be sharing a lot more of this kind of content very soon, and it's going to become a whole lot more interesting for our listeners because we'll be inviting members of our greater AMA community to join the conversation through interviews and panel discussions. Things will become interesting indeed as we engage in conversation and, on occasion, debate with those educators and school administrators who are gritting it out in the trenches, those who are actually doing this important work in their classrooms and in their schools day in and day out. You may find it interesting to know that we receive inquiries from all over the world about the work of AMA. This is very exciting for us for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's exciting because we're still quite a small organization. But secondly, it affirms that we are not alone in our recognition of the potential that Islamic Montessori education, or IME, holds as a change agent for education in the US and around the globe. It's exciting indeed. However, all this said, it's become apparent to us based on the kinds of questions that we're fielding that there's some confusion about our organization, especially in terms of what it is precisely that we do and how what we do supports the continued expansion of Islamic Montessori education. So, my intention today is to answer some of these questions and hopefully to generate a better understanding of the nature of our work here at AMA. First and foremost, AMA was conceived and launched as a professional membership organization designed to support Montessori credentialed teachers who work in Islamic school environments. It's a very narrow target audience. Our intention is that this group of qualified educators will become the core upon which we can expand IME. Teachers are already practicing IME around the country. We want to create a centralized venue and a platform for discourse that will enable us to work together to define and to refine the definition of IME, what it is precisely, what it looks like in practice, and what methods constitute best practices in an educational environment. So, AMA is not a top-down organization. We don't presume to have all the answers. What we are attempting to do is to bring like-minded educators together to build out a philosophy and methodology for educating young children that does not yet broadly exist, but that has the real potential to redefine education in the U.S. for the better. The implications for the trajectory of our nation and our world are profound. Okay, we've established AMA as a professional membership organization. So now, how is it that we go about our work? What is it that we do? Well, to begin with, the very act of formalizing AMA by registering it as a nonprofit entity affords a credibility and provides us a platform from which to operate, from which to generate public awareness and interest in our work. So that was accomplished in 2018. Secondly, we've developed a certificate course in IME education designed for Montessori teachers who are working in Islamic schools. This certificate course is recognized by the state of Missouri, and those who take it are eligible for 16 clock hours of continuing education. This course, the IME certification course, is offered exclusively by AMA. It's available online. It requires 2 months to complete, and it's really designed to stimulate deep thinking and to prompt meaningful dialogue between participants about the current state of American schools. And it's designed to empower our teachers as they practice IME in the classroom. Only qualified educators will be accepted to the program. You must be degreed, Montessori certified. You must be fluent in English for now until we expand into other languages. And you must embrace Islamic values in order to enroll in this course. It's necessary that we establish qualifying criteria because you are the educators that will drive the development as we work to establish IME as a standalone theory and method for early childhood education. The next thing that we've done is focus on parent education. The importance of parent education is often overlooked. And we've designed a variety of informational brochures and rack cards that outline the value and benefits of an authentic IME school. These informational pieces promote IME schools as they illustrate for parents the ways in which IME elevates the quality of their children's educational experience. Lastly, we've established this podcast as a way to address topics that are important to our listeners, with the intent to generate even greater interest among educators, administrators, and parents. So these are just a few of the ways that we've approached our work to date and ways in which we're striving to engage like-minded professionals in a collaboration to improve education around the world. As we look toward the future, we have even greater accomplishments in mind. I will outline just a few. First and foremost, we would like to develop an actual IME curriculum, a curriculum that's informed by qualified IME educators, particularly those who participate in the IME certification course. That will be a tremendous focus of this course. Number two, we would like to work on the development of IME-specific educational materials for use in IME schools across the country. Number three, we would like to generate parent education programming and course development because we receive inquiries from many people who don't have a professional interest in IME, but who have a personal one because they're striving to raise their children in a manner that's consistent with quality, values-centered education. Number four, we would like to serve as a catalyst for scientific research and scholarship. It's an absolutely essential element that will support the definition of best practices in IME. If you have an interest in this, you might take a look at our website and look under Vanguard Council. It describes a lot of what we have in mind. Number five, our ultimate objective is the development of an IME teacher education program, a standalone program recognized by the U.S. Department of Education. This is a very lofty goal, but a very worthy one. And this is precisely the kind of work that defines us at AMA. We are engaged in the relentless pursuit of truth through quality, values-based education. I hope this episode of IME Live has helped to clarify the focus and nature of our work. If you like what you've heard today, please tune in again next time. Salam all, and many thanks for joining us.